Hey guys, it's Action Jackson. Just wanted to let you know we've officially launched Coffee. That's Kofi, not like a coffee. But subscriptions for coffee. If you'd like to support the May Contain Action pod and the rest of the MCA family of shows, this is the way to do it. Choose a level you're most comfortable with and receive a ton of new perks, like early access to our new bonus show, Obsessed, where we cover our recent favorites in gaming and tech, access to the watch party editions of the show, voting on the community movie picks, and much more. On behalf of Trevor, PM, and I, we appreciate the support from the bottom of our hearts and will continue to give you the best shows that we can. Click the link in the description and become a friend of the pod. Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of Obsessed, is it what we're calling it.
Yeah, that's what I chose.
It's our new pod.
I chose that.
Yeah.
That's all me.
Trevor chose that.
Yeah, we're here.
It sounds like a podcast for like what new music artist are you into? But we're 16. Like,
yeah,
I'm obsessed with like
Noah
Khan.
It sounds like Taylor Swift fans. You can say it. It sounds like Taylor Swift fans.
Or, it's a version
Swifties.
of 34-year-olds. They talk about Apple products, which we do. So
yeah, we have our own thing.
Don't let me in with you 34-year-olds. I'm 31 still. Come on.
Okay, I forgot.
You're old, dude. Okay, relax. You play rec league basketball. You're one of us. Relax.
Yeah. It's a competitive rec league.
Yeah, I bet it's real competitive, buddy.
Yeah, it is.
I just had a realization that I don't know if I like. You both are playing sports. I'm not.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you're playing soccer.
Yeah, I'm playing soccer. Yeah,
not soon though. Evidently, not in good enough shape. Not in good shape. That's not fair. Sick. He's sick, guys. Paul's sick.
I am sick. Yeah, I'm down for the count. That's why I sound weird. I have toilet paper shoved deep into my nose. Fun fact, I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna be transparent. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be transparent with the podcast. I had a tampon shoved up my nose the other day.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was leaking real bad. And chat was like, try it. And I was like, that's crazy. I've never done that before. They were like, just give it a shot. And then Steph came into my chat and she was like, you got to try it. Works real well. I'm like, well, I feel like that's permission.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like her coming in here is permission. So I did it. And let me tell you, highly effective.
I mean, that's kind of what it's for, right? It's got the string.
That's kind of what it's for.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of for that.
I mean, it swelled up my nostril hole, something gigantic. I mean, that thing was like huge.
Yes, I'm super glad. This is a great first shot here at this show. But let's normalize tampons in the old nose for not only bloody noses, tampons can soak up mucus too, guys. Stop being tamponist.
It's 2024.
2024.
Let's get with it.
Those are expensive.
I can see the look on PM's face, and honestly, dude, knock it off.
Stop it.
No, I'm just now thinking about bloody noses and the ones I've had in the past.
Yeah, and how you wish you had a tampon.
How I could have really used a tampon. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Just ordering Megapons.
Megapons
for the nose.
Hey, wait, welcome to the new podcast.
Kind of new. It's just the we're going to talk about all the stuff we like, but in its own little package. So frankly, I know you guys like Pick a Flick. I love that. We keep saying it. It's growing on me more and more. I say it. Actually grew on me the first time I say it. It needs to grow on you guys. But that show is getting to be almost 2 hours long. So we're going to talk about our cool stuff now.
Yeah.
And
what we're obsessed with.
Yeah, what are we obsessed with this week? PM, I feel okay, so PM chose to Pick a Flick this week. Ready Player One.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to coincide with a certain product launch. Correct, PM? Am I correct in that assumption?
Yes.
What are you obsessed with this week?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, you start us off.
Do you want me to say what that product is? Yeah, it's the Apple Vision Pro. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily obsessed with it. I think it's a stupid product. But I do see the here it is. Ready? The vision.
Oh,
I see the vision.
He said it.
I see the direction it's going into. I'm just going to say now, and this is not financial advice, if you own stock in any computer monitors, I would probably dump that as soon as possible, because the future of computer monitors is going to be virtual reality headsets.
What
like
a
this.
random thing to have stock
No,
in.
and oh yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like LG,
how do you do that?
Samsung, you know,
Okay,
all
yeah,
those
no, all
kind of
right.
things. Yeah,
It's like, what a niche thing, like only the monitors.
like if you were to tell me I could wear so like I have like blue light glasses on right now. If you could tell me these could have like 3 virtual screens that I can make any size above my laptop,
Yeah.
and let's say those screens are 140 hertz, you know, good FPS and things look smooth. I would never buy a computer monitor again. I would just have these. But with that said, the current implementation of them, you look really stupid, like really, really stupid in them. And it's you deserve to be bullied. I think that's the theme with this. You deserve to be bullied for wearing them in public. There's idiots that have worn them while driving. There's idiots that have worn them in a plane while flying.
Yep.
I mean, were they the pilot? I
Idiots
think
that
that's
just
okay.
that is what that is what they were advertised as being, by the way.
There was there was a pilot flying like his small plane. He was like, "Oh my god, this is revolutionary! I could like track a bunch of things." And every single comment is like, "You are doing the most illegal thing on the planet by doing this." Like, do you not understand that by posting this video that you can have like your entire license like revoked?
Yeah.
And anyways, yes, that is the basis of this. It was a big product launch. It's the first time since the iPhone that Apple has done something like this. So it deserves a segment, you know, to talk about it, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like you're obsessed with hating it more than you're obsessed with it.
No,
yeah, maybe the people who buy it.
Okay, the pod's now called Obsessed with Hate. And we're gonna do that.
We talk about all the things we hate.
Would you buy it?
Would I buy it? If I had an obscene amount of money and like $3,500 to burn, yeah, I'd buy it. Yeah, sure.
Like, would you buy it, Trevor?
Yeah. Going off of what Paul just said, yes, I would.
Okay.
So Trevor bought it. What are you saying?
Because
what would you do with it?
What I do with it? Dude, I would just sit here and use it as my computer. I won't buy it anytime soon. I actually told this to Kate. I said, it's one of those things that I will own at some point. It's kind of like the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
Yeah,
like, I'm like, I don't need the Apple Watch, though. Now I'm using it way more. But again, it needed to go through like 5 generations before I was like, it was the utility, right? Isn't the battery like 2.5 hours or something? And it's like a long cord into a huge battery pack.
And it weighs like 3 times heavier than the Meta Quest headset too. So like there's a lot of weight issues. I mean, look, it's a cool piece of technology. The hand gestures are super cool, and the fact that they do eye tracking is awesome. But I think you hit it there. Like, I think all of us can agree when the first Apple Watch came out, unless you were like an Apple fanboy, you weren't really buying it because you were just like, what's the point of this? But give it like 6 or 7 more iterations, you're like, oh, okay, I can see why this is good. This is slimmed down. It's got a lot more features to it, like health wise. And so I think when they keep releasing the new ones and all of a sudden the form factor turns more into like the Google glasses, which was an absolute failure. But if Apple can do it, it'll be a success. If it can turn into that, I think that's where you see people mass adopt it and not bully people wearing it.
I think,
yeah.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say it's the same. No, you're fine.
No, you're fine.
It's like the same thing as like, well, maybe not the same thing, but it's similar in AirPods when they came out. Everyone was dogging on people wearing AirPods, like you look ridiculous. They'll give like a cotton swab in your ear. Now it's like the most common thing in the world. I mean, Apple AirPods makes more money than like other companies that sell multiple products like on its own. Just that one product is its own company. So like, I mean, I'm going to give it some air to breathe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to.
No, I am too.
People are being stupid because it's what's trendy. Like, they're being dumb because they get the clicks and the views and all that. And even though these devices have existed for years, because Apple did it, now it's like, oh, I can make a video out. I can make a TikTok out of this. I can make a thing out of this. Because it's like, everyone loves to dogpile on Apple and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not like an Apple apologist or anything like that. But I think that it's cool tech. And I don't think that it has much use other than, like you're saying, a monitor replacement, which,
Yeah.
I mean, our monitors are fine. Like, they're fine. Give it a
Yeah,
couple years
that's the
when I'm done.
only real thing I think that long term. It's that I think that like that's the biggest thing that's interesting to me because I had the XDR, it's great, but like I don't have a side monitor over here, and I'm like I actually kind
Yeah.
of would like to be able to configure. I need 1,000 windows open at all times. Like if you had all your tabs in a grid and you just grab that would be better for me. But that's
Oh,
it. Like I wouldn't use the
God
hand. I would
bless.
use it. I would sit here at my desk just without a monitor. Like that's what the difference would be.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
unfortunately, like the battery sucks and doesn't even have a straight into the wall option. I don't know. I don't think it
I don't
does,
No, it doesn't.
no.
which is weird.
No.
They want you moving around with it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be that. That's a lot of changing of consumer behavior in order to get it to stick. Again, yeah, I don't think having blinders on is going to ever be cool. I just don't. I really don't. I
Yeah, I agree.
not in public. It's just not being aware of your surroundings is
no.
like there's something about our humanity that's like there's something wrong here. Like this feels weird. Like not being.
Well,
It feels unsafe. Does that make
yeah.
sense? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it does, and that's what I was going to get into the next point on, like, as to why this product and actually this movie that we'll talk about is so fascinating because the whole concept of quote unquote reality, I think, is something that is now coming into question where there's actually a real danger where people wearing this for too long of a time could have kind of a distorted view on things. And there's been a
Mhm.
lot of, health advocates that have come out and said it. And this is kind of speaking from personal perspective. Like I struggle with anxiety and panic, and one of my
Mm.
main symptoms is called feelings of unreality. And essentially, what happens is my brain, in really intense, stressful, fearful moments, will disconnect for like a brief second.
Mhm.
And seeing all these people trying to like basically what the movie is about, escape this can kind of trigger me a tad. And so seeing
Mm.
people walk around with this headset on, I just look at them and I'm like, dude, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is like, I would be terrified in that thing. Like, I put on the Meta thing and I actually get like terrified. I put it on for like 2
Really?
seconds. I was like, nope, I'm good. I'm done. I was like, I'm off. Like, I'm out completely.
Oh, so, like, any
So
VR for you
yeah,
is
any
not
VR.
okay.
And technically speaking, I guess this really isn't VR.
Yeah, it's
This
AR.
is mixed. Yeah.
Well,
And
no, it isn't.
you had the ability to like do a full VR, but they don't really like market that. That's not
No,
like the benefit of it.
it's VR. It's VR because even the pass-through is, reconstructed
It's a
through
camera.
cameras.
Yeah.
Oh, is
So
it
you're
the
not
camera? So you
seeing
can't actually see through it?
you
Oh.
cannot
No.
see through it. There's no, pass-through. Yeah,
Well,
it's
Yeah.
just
not even
cameras.
cool then.
So
But they did
it's
a really
VR.
good job of getting that to not be like making you motion sick.
Yeah, from what I've
Um,
heard, it's pretty solid. Yeah.
yeah. It's a
Good.
solid piece of technology. Like they did a great job with, again, Apple being Apple. They
Mhm.
take things that other people did and they just did it 10 times better because it's honestly what they do is they just wait. They
Yeah.
wait until everyone
They
else makes the
wait.
mistakes and then they make it better.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
They have
exactly.
that
like,
luxury now.
you
They
know,
don't have to race people
yeah.
anymore because they just have
No.
everyone's copying them. And if anyone tries to do the sleek like thing, they'll be like, you're copying Apple. So they've
Exactly.
established it.
I mean,
You can't do it anymore.
Mhm.
this product is the new green bubble versus blue bubble now. Like, oh, you own like a Meta Quest versus like an Apple Vision Pro. Like, granted, one is for gaming and the other one is not, but like they understand that divide can now translate into this.
Mm.
Also, the price
So
points
it's
are not even close. So it's like that
no,
too.
but it's a status thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
You know?
100%.
Gosh.
I'm saying as I have their most expensive monitor, though I love it. It's incredible.
But no, like that monitor is worth it though. Like there have been studies in that monitor that say
Yeah.
like the color accuracy is so on point that it's worth the price.
Yeah, it's in its own
compared to other
class. Like
high-end
there's
monitors
nothing
like
that's
that.
even
Yeah.
similar. So when that happens, that's when you can charge
What if-
whatever you want.
Yeah.
What if they rename this instead of making it Pro? So someone brought up this fascinating thought is what if they come out with Apple Vision,
Mhm.
okay,
Mhm.
but not Pro, and
Sure.
it has kind of the dumbed down features. So like it's certain things that can't happen with the smaller form factor, lower battery, so on and so forth. But what if they just didn't make this a Pro product, and what if it was just for developers? What if they like didn't release this to the public? and they said, hey, for like the next 2 years, we're just going to have developers make SDKs and applications and things to improve
cool
this.
stuff.
And then in 2 years, when it's ready, we'll give you a product that doesn't look like a pair of fucking ski goggles on your face.
Like I said, like even in the same vein, man, even if it were like you connect this to your MacBook and it's your monitors.
Yeah.
Like I would sit in my room doing it. I won't have to go anywhere. But again, they're trying. Yeah, I think they might be going slightly too like, this is your all-in-one. No, it's not. It isn't. People don't want that for that. They want, this is a privacy your own home situation. Kind of like, you know, the guys who did what was you talked about the rabbit last week, right? The pin thing, the AI pin.
Oh yeah, that rabbit.
What's the other one that was from the Apple employees?
Oh, it's the clip.
The clip-on one?
The clip-on one.
What
yeah,
was it called?
I'm blanking on the name of it though.
Humble or Honest or Oasis or not Oasis. Something.
Well, Oasis is from the movie,
humane. The humane pin.
Yeah. Yes.
And,
the humane pin. That's right.
A deep dive into that. Everyone's like, this doesn't make any sense. No one needs this.
Humane pin.
Yeah, dude. It's supposed to replace your phone. They're like, it's your phone, but harder to use. And
on your hand.
Only is voice activated. So I'm supposed to walk down the street and be like, hey, text Dan that, you know, like, no, I want to put my phone under my table and like sneakily send a text. That's kind of the nice thing about phones. You can do it with your fingers. You don't have to talk. That's the problem. And then
exactly.
We didn't think about that before we made this crazy thing.
If you could tell me I could bring my MacBook Pro to like anywhere while I'm, you know, developing, and I put on a pair of glasses that could give me a virtual screen above it and a virtual screen to the left and to the right, and I can kind of like configure them to how I want to do it, I would do that in a heartbeat. I think everyone would do that. And I think it's huge for sensitive information. So like payments and stuff like that, you know, people not looking over your back and password protections.
Oh yeah.
And like,
for sure.
It would be absolutely massive for that. And then at the same time, dude, if you like, I'm all about, I guess, quote unquote, minimalism when it comes to my desk setup. Honestly, if I could just have a laptop on a desk, I would just do that too. Dude. Like I would just have that there with the keyboard. I would do that in a heartbeat. But you know, that's probably going to be like a decade away. Like we all understand it's like slow steps. I kind of feel like the shareholders of Apple might have pushed this product because they were like, hey, things are getting kind of stale. We can't keep releasing the same goddamn version of the iPhone every time. Like we need something different.
Can't they though?
Oh God, dude.
I think eventually they were going to hit a point.
They're like, we've been M1s for 10 years, and then they're like M2, M3, like right away. What the? Dude, I just bought the M2. Yeah. This is bullshit. Like,
yeah.
So that happened.
I love that, dude. With the like, quick note on that too. It feels like whenever the M1 or like the M2, M3 comes out, they're like, it's two M1s fused together. It's like, okay, so you just you just slapped two of them together. You didn't really do anything.
It's what they have to do. They're a part of a recycling program. I read that they have to reuse unused chips.
Oh, really?
So they find a way to like fuse them together, which is why they say it. But I don't know what the chip is in the headset. I can't remember if it's
M3.
No,
M2.
Is it
M2?
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
They said the chip does really well. Like the process is good. It's fast. It doesn't like.
Oh yeah.
The problem is the battery life and the utility of and then they're like, there's no Netflix, there's no Spotify, there's no. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait.
There's nothing. It's
I'm gonna wait.
You can open up Safari, which no one wants to use Safari,
except for Kate. Kate uses Safari like a sociopath.
Speaking of tech, you guys need to switch over to Arc browser.
I've heard about Arc.
You need to do that now. Yes,
Arc
I've been on Arc, and I refuse to go back to anything else.
Really? I don't know. Yeah. All my passwords are on there. I'm not sure I'm ready to.
But
you can move your Chrome passwords over once.
Ugh, I hate convenience. All right, let's see.
I know, right?
Arc browser.
It's so hard when you open up Arc.
Paul,
for the first
I heard
time,
about
and they
Arc
say, "Hey,
from...
do you want to migrate your passwords?" And you just say yes, and it's done. It's so hard.
Hate it. I hate it, dude.
Paul, maybe maybe it won't get one of those viruses too, where it constantly makes your main browser Yahoo. That'd be great too. I love that because everything I do does that now, even my Mac. So I don't know what's going on. It might be my account. Who knows? But I heard about Arc from Unbox Therapy. So
cool.
So
nice.
Now that means you're definitely doing it, right?
Okay, well I'm definitely looking at it now. Oh, it looks
they have like a
It's
split view
gorgeous.
tab system. It's
Aesthetically,
ad
wow.
free too, so they don't have
Oh.
advertisements anywhere. And they also just introduced a new AI tool where you literally they call it "Let us search for you," and essentially you just do like a command or like a shift search button and just type in what you want, and it essentially won't go through Google. It'll just give you like, oh, here's 10 recipes for this, here's 10 articles related to
Oh,
this, and it
bro,
just like
say
kind of gives
less.
it to you.
That's cool.
Because they're
Okay.
trying to upset the current SEO model, which has been, like
Garbage.
It's
yeah, once Google
disgusting.
kind of came in, they monopolized the hell out of SEO, and so
Oh, yeah.
they're the first browser to really go against that.
Ooh,
Awesome.
love it.
Okay, very cool.
Wow.
Wow.
We covered a lot there. Paul, do you have anything you're liking? It could be games too, by the way. Like if you're playing
Oh,
something new
yeah.
or anything in the Kharkov new anything. But real quick,
Yeah.
last bit here, talk about things we like. I have a couple things, but I will go last.
Oh, hey, dude. No. Well, really quick, I just want to point out that AI pin they were talking about before.
Yeah.
Uh, one of the first things it says is think out loud. Like,
Yeah,
no,
no.
I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
That sounds awful.
I want to keep those thoughts locked away. No, thank you.
I'm already terrified of thinking inside. I don't want to think out loud.
Yeah, exactly. It literally says
I'm
think out
good.
loud. Do you think that growth on my butthole is dangerous? Like, I don't want to think that. I don't want to say that out loud.
Hilariously, there's been like critiques of the unveiling video, which I saw. When I watched it, I wasn't like nothing really, no real red flags for me. But then a guy broke it down on YouTube. I don't know why this came up, and he was just like, "It's been 3 minutes, and they haven't told me one thing this thing does. I have no idea what it does." But the first thing they tell you is the colors it comes in, and it's like starlight, onyx, and
no.
night sky. And he's like, 2 of those are black, sir. You have black, and silver. What are you doing?
More black.
3 colors and 2 of them are black. This thing better be super cool. And it's not.
Oh my gosh.
It's not.
Oh. For me, let's see. Really, nothing much. I mean, I've been getting super into DaVinci Resolve. I will say that, but that's more like what I've been up to this week.
Now I want to hear about that. Just give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes on DaVinci. What do you like? Because I've actually thought about it.
DaVinci Resolve. So for me, it's worth it. So I'm kind of going through a bit of a rediscovery of my content creation because
let's go.
Hosting has been, really. Hosting has not really been a thing. It isn't really a thing right now until I get more gigs. So right now it's content creation full bore, and I'm trying to figure out different things. So for a while ago, it was AI, right? We talked about AI, Midjourney, all that kind of stuff, making thumbnails. Now it's like, all right, I got to focus on making videos. So because that's how you grow your audience is TikToks. So I got to look at some of the different options. I was like, all right, maybe I do, Adobe Premiere, maybe I do DaVinci Resolve, maybe I do whatever. Everyone is like raving about how good DaVinci Resolve is. And they were like, it's freaking free. Like you get to a certain point and it's paid, but you get a huge portion of the program for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, that sounds good. Let me download it. So I downloaded it, and there's a bunch of tutorials online of how to do things. It's really, really simple. It's really straightforward. And I had been paying for Adobe Cloud, and it's like crazy. It was like $600+ a year for this program, and it has things I would never use on it. Like just different programs I will never ever touch. So this was free. If you want to pay for it, it's like $235, and it's a lifetime. You pay that once and you're done. Like you own it. So I did end up going with the studio version because I really wanted to transcribe my captions or subtitles. And it does that through AI, and it nails it.
Yeah, they're great.
It does so good with captions. It even capitalizes different words that you wouldn't think, like serial numbers. It will like know the difference. People's names, it will like capitalize and stuff. It knows pauses. It knows when different people speak. So it'll put like a little, like a hyphen when a new person has started to speak as opposed to the previous person. So it knows that. It's very good. So I just made my first completely like full-fledged everything done in DaVinci Resolve video. I posted on TikTok, and of course it's doing awful. So, but it's all right. It's okay. Like I'm just excited to be using the program, and hopefully that process will get faster. But I'm in DaVinci Resolve.
Dude, you editing is like, I don't know. I just want to chat. Well, let's continue talking about that because especially when it comes to like the formatting and TikTok and stuff, dude, that stuff's changing really quick, but I
It
found a
is.
couple good
Yeah.
resources on keeping me up on that stuff. So, I haven't made as many as I would
Okay.
like, but I
You
think
made a lot. You've made a lot of videos, man.
I've had a
Unless you're
lot of
outsourcing that, you are making a lot.
I used to outsource it. I think that we're getting to a point where I might need to start outsourcing again a little bit because I've been
You
working
got a
on the
lot
same
going
baseball
on.
video for 3 weeks and it's still not done. So it's a beefy one. I'm at like 28 minutes. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be a feature length film soon.
Whoa.
I gotta roll it
Jeez.
back, keep going through it and combing through and just getting rid of filler. And it's just like, how is there so much
It's
filler?
tough.
Um,
Yeah.
Dude, I've heard, by the way, and you probably haven't got into this yet, but eventually DaVinci Resolve has really great color grading, way better than Adobe. Like
Yes.
the system's amazing. So I kind of want to test that out someday. Literally just make the video and then color grade it over in DaVinci because I have the free version too. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Check it
totally
out.
free.
That's
Yeah.
awesome though. I'm really excited to delve in, and if I need to find some tutorials, I'll ask you. Okay, cool.
Oh, thank you.
Let me throw my things up then real quick. I already
Hit
mentioned
'em.
this once, and on maybe 3 weeks ago, but I've got to the point where I love it, and I think I want to give a glowing endorsement for this thing. The Tour Box, I showed you, it's a little like MIDI controller for controlling like editing software.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
it's completely replaced all of my hotkeys from my left hand for my keyboard, so I don't use the keyboard at all anymore, and I'm
That's awesome.
fast. So
Yeah.
using the text editor where it transcribes the whole thing, and you can just delete clips using the text, which I don't know if DaVinci does that, but that's probably the best part about Adobe. Um,
Oh, got it.
and
Okay. I
these
don't know. I
hotkeys
haven't
and
tried
just
that.
chopping stuff up, chopping up videos is like literally probably 10% as it takes me about 10% of what it used to take me. So
Wow.
if that gives you context for that video, it's still
Wow.
taking this long. So I
Wow.
love this thing. If you are like, if you get used to it, it streamlines a lot of your processes and has a bunch of built-in presets. So Tourbox, I believe I have the Tourbox Elite is the heavier duty one that is wireless. Battery life's great, lasts the whole session. All you got to do is remember to turn it off between sessions, and it's great. I just can't. I don't want to not use it now. I don't think I'd be way slower. So I thought that would happen. It did. I'm pumped about it. It's great. So highly recommend if you're an editor and you do a lot of that. Check this thing out. It's sick.
Cool.
I think you can play video games on it too, which is cool. And then
Oh,
another thing that I've never actually mentioned on the show, and because this is kind of tech and cool crap, because I love gadgets, the Remarkable 2. Do you guys know what a Remarkable is?
Is that a
Yes, I do.
pen?
No,
It's like
it's like an iPad, but
it's
like
like
note
a
taking, right?
8 by
Oh,
11
okay.
piece of paper size Kindle that you can write with.
Hmm.
Oh,
So it's
sure.
liquid
Okay.
paper, and you can store like 100,000 documents. So if you're a person who like uses legal pads to like make lists and stuff a lot, or like you do journaling or whatever, and you're just like, okay, now I have like 15 journals. This is getting out of hand. Highly recommend.
Mm.
I have gotten my money back 10x with this thing. I love it. But if you're someone who writes down handwritten stuff a lot, and now they have all this stuff where like you can you convert stuff to an email, so you can handwrite it if you have good enough handwriting, that is, and then it'll turn it into an email, and you can just send it off of that. If that's something you want to do. You can draw, people sketchbook with it. There's all these different pens you can choose, so it's pretty cool. I mean, if you're an artist, I would highly recommend just using
Wow.
an iPad. But other than that,
Mm.
like it's cool. It's really cool, really great utility, and it's like a Scandinavian company, so it's well made.
Oh, yes.
Then it comes with a pen with like, and then you just got to change these little tips out that aren't come with it, and because they get all bent because you're using it so much. But the Remarkable 2, highly recommend. A lot of my teammates got them after they saw me using them to do my scouting reports. So
That's funny.
it's a great little thingy mabob. I like it. I like it a lot.
Nice.
So those are my
Would you
two
say that
obsessions.
you're? Yeah.
Go ahead. Would I say that I'm what?
You're obsessed.
I would say that I'm obsessed. Okay. That's a great segue. That completes our first obsessed session. What do we call it? Obsessed with hate? Obsessed with hate.
Obsessed with
So thank you for listening, and consider checking out the coffee, as Paul mentioned before. And you can get access to this show days before it releases as its own show. So this will come out the same day as the Make It An Action Pod. So thanks, guys,
Heck
and
yeah.
we'll see you over there. Talk about that movie.